Hey, it's Madame Sensei again, teacher of Spanish, French, and Japanese. I managed to get to the next screen. You know that screen that said do not click refresh? Well, after a half an hour, I did click refresh and it worked. I didn't lose everything, so that's good. So here, this is auto-generated, and I don't know where they got it. It's pretty good, okay. But I'm going to add some song info. Let's see what happens. We got another do not refresh the page. I'm going to pause while it thinks. All right, it didn't let me add any song info. I think it was probably like using ChatGPT or something to generate a description. So let's see if I can go back to it. Nope, I don't think I can. I'm going to click finish song. And then after I finish the song, I'll be able to go back and edit that crappy Google Translate stuff. So let's see. Here is where I can change stuff. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, let me switch to Spanish here. Spanish, there we go. Okay. I'm just going to say this is the perfect song if your class is learning about or holding a quinceañera. There we go. And now I'll go back to English so that I don't accidentally put weird stuff. Okay. Lyrics, here we go. Some of this. All right, I'm going to work on the Google Translate right here. So you can see, you go down here, and I think this is where I would be able to change any of these lyrics if I typed them in wrong or I missed an accent or something. And so I'll go over here. I don't think I can change these at this point, but maybe I can. I don't know, but at any point. So the crucial thing to know here is, let's see, what would be good? Let's make this more poetic. So the second you work on a line, you have to remember that on that particular line, you've got to click Save Updates. Okay? Let's see, what do I want to say here? While time is time. Facing the past, that sounds more poetic. Time looking towards the past. Boy, I really feel like I'm back in my subtitling and translation days. What did I say? Looking towards. All right. There we go. All right, so I'll think about it. But anyway, so that line I have to click Save Updates. The last time I did this, I changed a line and then I changed another line and I forgot to click Save Updates on the previous line, and so it didn't save it. And I had the goofiest, like, it's Google Translate, you know. So my favorite was his pathetic song, which really should have been her poignant melody, I finally decided on. But, you know, it's Google Translate. What am I going to say? So I'm going to work on this a bit, and then I will walk you through the end of this. So let me pause so that it's not like 2 hours of you watching me wordsmith stuff. Okay, I'm having an existential crisis because as a professional translator, whenever I would have a line like this, and I've translated lots of theme songs for movies and TV shows, this doesn't make good English. So I would change it. I would say without stopping the dance, or I would say continuing to dance, or I don't know. But at any rate, I'm teaching now, and I've been teaching for a long time, and I want my students to know this word means this, this word means this, this word means this. And so if I make it sound like poetry, which it ought to, this is a lyric, maybe the students won't understand the words. Now, it would be different if I were doing this from my own class. I would go ahead and write poetry, okay? I would translate it as a translator approaches this, not as Google Translate approaches this. I would actually translate it, and then I'd be able to tell my students in person, this is the reason I made this word choice. This is part of the art and craft of being a translator. I get that CTE stuff right in there, career and technical education. But because anyone's going to be able to access this song on Roxxem, gotta take a deep breath. I think I'm going to have to leave it clunky. And I'm not happy about that. I may go back and re-edit it later. I may go back and think of a better way to handle this later. But for right now, I'm going to leave it a bit clunky so that I know that any teacher accessing this song is not going to have to stop and think, wait, why that word choice? That's not literal. I mean, when you're a translator, oftentimes you're not literal. You're getting the intent of the words because you've got to get the way the words make you feel is really, I mean, like like I translate for so long. Okay, you're translating. I'm going to wax poetic here. The author says something, and they choose words to try and get the meaning across. And you as a translator, well, okay, the author says something, they choose words to get the meanings across, and then the reader interprets that. So the author's trying to say things in a way that the reader will interpret it the way the author wanted to say it. The translator sticks himself in the middle of that. And then it's translating, okay, this is what the author intended to say. How am I going to put this in the target language in the way that the author wanted you to interpret it? And that's not literal. And then, of course, since I was translating, I would also have to think about, actors are going to look at this script, and I want to make sure the actors interpret it the way that it was originally interpreted by the original author and the original actors in the movie. And the director is going to put himself in there, and I want to make sure the director understands the intent of the original author and the original actor, and so it gets more and more complicated. So anyway, I'm having this existential crisis, and I just thought I would take a moment and explain that. I'm going to finish going through this really quick, and then I'll show you what happens when I click the button. Okay, I think I'm not overly happy with the translation, but I think I can live with it, and I think I remembered to click. This is the main thing. Every time you change something, you got to click Save Updates. And I think sometimes I worry, and then it says Lyric Updates. Sometimes I worry that I did something and then forgot to click Save Updates. Okay, so let's see what happens. Song updated. All right. It's thinking. And I may be done with it by now. Published, not published. Let me just make sure. I'm going to pause again. Oh, I should point out, because sometimes it's really important when you're translating, you can listen to the song. You got the thing right here. Okay. Well, it cut off before the end of it, but I'm pretty sure that that time is right. But so you can click here. You can also click over here to make sure you got the lines right. All right. Here again, the song is beta. All right. Be patient. Small company. They're working as fast as they can. Any edits you make will affect every Roxxem user. All right. I don't see any save button on this page, so there's this arrow right here. I'm going to go ahead and click it. And I think it's there. So if I go to songs, or maybe I'll just, right here. Okay, let's try El Tiempo. I should get Que Tiempo Hace Hoy and this one. Oh, all right, it's just Tiempo del Vals. I forgot that. Let's try it. There we go. It's right here. Okay. This must be the one that glitched on me. Okay. So right here, I can click on Roxxem. Now, the last time I did this, the games were not ready. But I could listen to the song on Roxxem, which is great because then I get all the features of the lyrics up there and I don't have to deal with YouTube commercials. All right. Looks like it's coming up. Let's see what happens. Oops. That looked like the first lyric come up already. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because we know that there's 30 seconds of 45 seconds blank. There we go. Okay, a little laggy because I think that's what that dot 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 is. Okay. All right. But it looks okay. Now, I'm going to try whack a word. And oh, it might come up. Oh, let's see. Okay. Did it come up? There we go. Let's play solo because I don't have my class with me right now. Okay. Last few times it's just kind of hung up here. So let me pause and I'll come back. I'll show you what happens. Okay, I'm actually trying lyric puzzle right now, and it's been loading for some time, so I think I'm soft locked again. So we're just going to go back and learn lesson. I love learn lesson. Like, even better than the games, I love learn lessons. Last time, it looked like it was going to work. I was really excited, and oh, I might be able to do it. If I can do that, okay. I think this is as far as I got before. Start. Oh, it didn't take my translation. Okay, so it crashed. That happens. Okay, it'll get fixed, I'm sure. This is in beta. I'm pretty happy with being able to put a song in at all because I know that it'll be there eventually. And like I said, if nothing else, I can put it up for my students to watch. Or maybe they can get to it on their own. I'll have to see when classes don't start for another week. But at least we're not dealing with the advertisements from YouTube. So good job, Hugo. Keep up the good work, and let me know when you got, the bugs are kind of fixed a little bit, and I'll definitely put in more songs. So this is for everyone else. Whoops. I hate when I put my cursor down at the corner and that happens. At any rate, everyone else, play around with it. You can at least start putting in the songs you like so that there's a placeholder for them. And we'll make this a really robust platform, and I'm excited. Talk to y'all soon.